One Storm 101 here. Today we'll be taking a look into your June 2019 forecast here. Now, I understand I missed April and May. I just did not have a lot of time for those couple months because of schoolwork and just a lot of other things. Now, we're really going to start to take a look into your James Stack here, model here. I haven't seen this in a while. This pretty much just goes through the whole summer, June to August here. As you can see here, it's getting most of the United States warmer than average here. There is cooler than average temperatures, stretching from Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, possibly Nebraska, into Oklahoma, Arkansas, and portions of the Dixie Valley. There now, it's really just a mess here. Trust me. Sometimes the JM Stack is just not that great with it. What's the El Nino kind of type situation? Well, it's mostly going to be average. Here's what's forecasting here. See here, there's some core average temperatures just off the coast of South America. Pretty much average in the center of the El Nino region. You'll be here. I'll give you a circle and show you the area you need to be focused for El Nino development will be right in that box there. Will be a pretty good. Actually, you don't want to trim that to there. That would be the area you need to keep an eye on for El Nino development. That's what changes the world's weather around here. What about precipitation here, however? Well, looks to be dry in the desert southwest, drier in the northeast, and drier in the northern plains, while in the central and the good chunk of the southeast, looking to be slightly or above average precipitation, while California and Nevada looking to be average there as well. Now, let's see what the CFS has got to say with June here. So, what this was to show is the reason why there's cool spots here, if I'm correct, it's just because the lakes are cool. That's just my guessing why it's below average on these two lakes here. So, just what I think there. As you can see here, kind of a similar situation what the James Stack wants to show. Warmer than average for a good chunk of the east, the north, and west, while in the center of the United States here, really wanted to be below average here. Just going to let you guys know if you're in between, like, it looks like it's going to be a weak ridge over here, but it could be a little bit of a stronger ridge up here, and a ridge up here. This kind of tells you there's going to be some severe weather chances going on, potentially in this region here in particular. Usually when you're between a high and a trough, you get severe weather. So, we're going to have to watch out on that. But what's your precipitation going to show? Well, I can agree on this here, except for the southeast. You can tell here, for a good portion of the United States, looking to be above average, while west, it's average. If you go north, for pretty much the whole north of the United States, looking to be below average there. So yeah, the James Stack and CFS ball kind of have a good agreement. Oh yeah, by the way, if we do go back here, the CFS is usually warmer, okay? So we kind of downgrade this to like 1. That tells me it's probably going to be cooler up here. Could be average or a little bit warmer out of the east. Still warm up in the north and still warm out west. But here in the central United States, it's actually going to be a little bit cooler. So, when you get a very strong cold signature here in the central United States, and a little bit of a strong warm signature like here, you could, excuse me, you're going to have some bad severe weather. Potentially. There, that's what kind of creates, like back in a few weeks ago when the places in the Midwest just getting hit by rounds and rounds of severe weather for the past couple weeks. It's just because of the Bermuda high, which is was very strong, which is keeping the southeast dry and hot, while over here, it's just cooler and wet. When you get in between those there, you get severe weather. That's what's been happening for the past couple weeks, and now the Bermuda high is starting to fall apart and move back out to sea. So we have some good news for the southeast, because right now it's getting pretty dry here in the southeast. There's now fire danger potential. It's that critical for the Carolinas and Georgia. Now let's go ahead and take a look into my forecast here for June. So here we go. Let's just start off with the slightly above average here. Most of the east and the north looking to be slightly above average. I do have the central, pretty good chunk of the central United States under a slightly below average category, while in between those, it's equal chances. You can get slightly above average or you get cooler than average. There. We go to precipitation here. This is kind of where I'm thinking about where the lows are going to track here. I think lows could potentially track, kind of start off in the Rockies, but I think most lows could track from like Utah through the plains, kind of like this here, because you got a little bit of a ridge going on here in the southeast. You got a ridge going up onto the north in Canada, and a little bit of a ridge down here. So it's really keeping the storm track really kind of in the central United States, from the Rockies to the east. That's where I'm really predicting probably the best chance for rain. And it's bad news for the plains because they already got hit hard by all this rain. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm probably going to give you above average precipitation, which is bad news for you guys because you don't need any more rain. I mean, there's not really a place for water to go. I mean, it's pure flat. So you're all going to have potentially some more flooding issues there. Now, I know this is the best, but, honestly did not try my best on this. But here's the regions here. This is a little bit more detailed here. Region 1 is in the north. Region 2 is for portions of the Rockies and the plains. Region 4 is more of the mid-east. I'm going to call it the mid-east. Okay? Or the portions of the mid-Atlantic and the plains. The southeast is in the light green. And the 3 here, it's in 2 different areas. The northeast and the desert southwest into California and Nevada. And so now remember this here, what area you're going to be at here. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to, it's not really too detailed, but I'll tell you what could potentially happen. So region 1, that's in the orange, that's for the north. Warm conditions, we could possibly see some storm systems to try to roll by, potentially in the south there. It is some good news for those farmers up there, though, because, back in May, the time I'm making this video is the last day of May. So back in early May, they've been getting snow. But there's looking to be some good news for you guys. You're going to get warmer than average conditions for you guys up into the north, especially for your crops, stuff like that. You may even get a potential some storm systems. You may even get pop-up showers and storms to come up there as well. That's really happens in ridge areas, is where you get pop-up showers with thunderstorms, but they don't last that long, but they do dump a lot of rain. The dark green, wet and cool conditions. There will be maybe quite a few storm systems to go through that area. You can have potential flooding issues in the plains, again, in that dark green area. Where there's no color, which is number 3, it's basically average conditions. You can get some cooler than average conditions. You can have some wet weather. For the most part, it's just average out for the most part. If you're in the red, that's where I'm suggesting probably the best chance for severe weather. Keep in mind, June is still a little bit active for tornadoes, so keep an eye on potential tornado threats into June. On average, it's at least 100 tornadoes, so yeah, we got to keep an eye on that. Light green, warm conditions, it's possibly stormy at times. So basically what could happen is some of those systems that probably be able to get by to the north, bringing in a cold front, and you're going to have pretty warm and humid atmosphere here. When it gets pretty humid, well, you got a lot of moisture kind of going around when you're in a high. It's where you get pop-up showers of thunderstorms, but sometimes some of those fronts are probably able to make it through it because the high itself is actually a little bit weaker. So you can still get some warm and humid conditions. When a cold front cuts through, well, that's when you get stormy times. Severe weather is possible for that light green area as well, and that's probably able to be pushed along the east coast, though. So, yeah. That's basically it for that area. So, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully enjoy this June 2019 forecast. If you like this forecast, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.